love me some Miller Lite, and I got one. Shit, it's all together. But thanks you guys so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. I might cry a little later, but I won't tell you about it. Deal with it. But we talked about football already, and my idea about football is I feel like U.S. professional football is a lot like Catholicism, in the fact that you've got your outfits, you've got your robes, your vestments for going to church, you've got your favorite jersey for going to football. You go to your potluck for church, you go to your tailgate for football, and both of them like to sweep the victimization of women and children under the rug to get their organization going. So I mean, lots of similarities, and I really appreciate that. It makes me feel comfortable. It's a place I know, and I get it. I totally get it. When I think about football, I think about bros. Anybody else love a bro? Oh, they're great. They're great. I love me some bros. But my idea is the emotionally intelligent bro who sees a conflict and he knows how to solve it. Hey, man! I feel like you're mad at someone else right now. Do you want to talk about it? Let's talk about these feelings. Make it better. Second of all, have you thought about starting a dream journal? Because that might help. And third off, hey bro, come at me with a list of I statements. Yeah, that's the bro I want to hang out with. Anyone? But I bring my bro out. I call her Bro Shell. And she likes to play beer pong. She loves her cheap beer. She's not picky. It's kind of a big deal. But, has anyone watched Cosmos? The new one? Anyone? Science, space. My problem when I watch Cosmos is I hang out with people who are like, man, I'd love to go to space. I'm like, fuck that shit. That sounds like a lot of work and I'm terrified. I'm banking on this earth being habitable until I die. I should probably start recycling and carpooling. We'll see. Can't hold any promises on that one. But also, Carl Sagan and the NASA people. The NASA people, they send out a satellite and it has this record player and a record that plays world music, like music from all the countries. Have them understand how people work here in this world. I thought, what would happen if they send a 14-year-old's iPod out there? But then I was like, what are 14-year-olds into? And then I told myself, I should Google that. And then I realized I'm going to jail. I would not do well in jail. I'm not tough. But speaking of inappropriate things, I consider myself a bit of a sexual predator. I look for the weakest and the cutest gazelle in the bar. I told that joke one time and a guy said, I have broken feet! And I was like, I can't fight against that. I guess we gotta take care of this. My introduction to sexual activity, the idea of doing it stuff, was a bit unnerving. I watched a lot of Lifetime movies. Ladies, did you watch some Lifetime movies? Were you scarred and terrified of men? Because you should be if you watch Lifetime movies. The first one I watched is this guy. He's so handsome, he's so considerate, he does art, he listens, but as soon as he's bored of you, he throws you in a goddamn bathtub of acid. So I thought to myself, I can't fuck this guy, he's gonna kill me. I don't want to die. I'm here for the long run. But then the other one, it's this woman goes to her dentist, and she gets put out under anesthesia, for a legitimate procedure, and her dentist fucks her, and that's not okay, because there needs to be a reason why rape isn't okay, but for her specifically it wasn't okay because her husband had a vasectomy, so how could you get pregnant? And her dentist fucks her. So every time I went to the dentist as a 13-year-old and my period was I was like, oh my god, did I get fucked by my dentist? I'm terrified. Thank you, Lifetime, for inserting that fear into my life that wasn't there before. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, what did I forget? No, I didn't forget anything. But I'm single. And there's some single people in the house. You're living life on your own. And I'm okay with But I'm really glad because I have a cat. So that fills in all the sadness and loneliness about being single. But my cat's ridiculous. About like 10% of the time, I consider her to be a methed out ninja looking for a stash that does not exist. She runs around the apartment. I don't know, Mom, everything's fine. Don't worry about it. It's cool. Everything's fine. I haven't lost anything. There's nothing you need to look for. Everything's great, Mom. And I'm like, I'm uncomfortable with your level of insecurity right now, Harriet. Yeah, that's what I deal with a lot. But the reason I got my cat is because I've been diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I'm one of those sad people who worries about it all the time. And I like to think that I got my cat because I'm drowning my depression in pussy. At least that sounds a little better than I'm a companion animal but deal with my issues. It works out. But it doesn't make sense to get a cat to deal with depression because cats reject you all the fucking time. I'm like, hey Harriet, you want to hang out? She's like, fuck off, I'm gonna lick my asshole. I cry myself to sleep. Just cry myself to sleep. But she's really fat right now. She's living with my friend Kat, and my friend Kat, she on demand feeds her dog. So when my cat eats her food, and then she's like, fuck, there's dog food right there. I'm gonna eat that shit. So I have a plus size model of a cat. She's beautiful, but man, she needs to get that shit together. I'm a little bit embarrassed. I don't really know what to do. But the fact that she's living with someone else, like my cat's in foster care. And that makes me a bit disconcerted about having children. I'm terrified of having children. Like, I'm just not ready for it. And here's the big kicker. This last week, my mom turned 70. Woo! Yeah, Big Bad Bella's 70 now. Write that down. That means that she had me when she was 44 years old. My dad was 40. Gross, right? But there's scientific research out that says the older your parents are when they conceive you, the more low quality the DNA is that went into making you. So I'm pretty sure my DNA has fucking mothballs in it. And I'm pretty sure if I like make a kid, they're gonna come out with glasses already on. And I think that's really unfair of me. And I don't want to hurt people. And I don't want to hurt my child. It's alright. I'm just gonna cry a lot. But I have my finishing joke. It's a little silly. I only eat bananas in public because I consider myself a bit of an exhibitionist. Write that down, think about it. I'm Rochelle Cody. You guys have a great night.